So today's reading, today's card is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, we're reminded to do something or be with someone that we love and feel deeply connected to. The time and devotion that we put into this project or relationship will fill you with joy and inner strength. How do we do this? How do we do this during this time of distancing? During this time of you can't go there and you mustn't do that. Being forbidden to see loved ones that we hold so dear. In the meditation today, my guide talked about disconnect to connect. And I'm going to put my thoughts into that today. But I also want to take from another author, Sarah Young, for today's devotion that she had. Because I think this is just so fitting for us. It speaks to me in this particular situation in doing something or being with someone that you love or feel deeply connected to. And I'm going to change up the wording a little bit here just to make the universal language. Don't forget to bring divine. Give the divine thanks. Don't take anything for granted. Not even the rising of the sun. And before the tempter had tempted those in the garden, thankfulness was as natural as breathing. The adversary's temptation involved pointing them to the one thing that was forbidden them. The garden was filled with luscious, desirable fruits, but they focused on the one thing they couldn't have, rather than being thankful for the many good things freely available. This negative focus darkened their mind, and they succumbed to temptation. When we focus on what we don't have, or on situations that displease us, our mind also becomes darkened. You take for granted life, salvation, sunshine, flowers, and countless other gifts from the divine. You look for what is wrong and refuse to enjoy life until that is fixed. When you approach the divine with thanksgiving, the light of the divine presence pours into us, transforming us through and through. Walk in the light with the divine by practicing the discipline of thanksgiving. In this moment, in this time of separation, we find ourselves being forced to not be able to contact and to connect to those that we love. Well, some of us are at home with some of our family, but yet there are other family and friends that we miss. We miss hanging out with these people. We miss going out with these people, having good times. We miss these things. And yet, in an age that we seek connection with people, whether that be making friends, finding new romances, or catching up with a long-lost cousin, we are being partially disconnected from that world of being constantly connected. You know, my mind comes back to a computer. And that sometimes you just can't get the connection to work. Sometimes you can't get a program to run right. We can't find the file location. And then what do you got to do? Honestly, I feel as though this is a time where we need to play the part of the computer in disconnecting, shutting down, and doing a forced reboot. If you would like to put it that way, think of it that way. We've been so focused on connection over the past several years that now, well, that we missed what the point of connection was about in the first place. And now we are being forced to disconnect. finding new ways and new attitudes to be avenues to be grateful for the connections that we do have and can have. I love this line in today's devotion. Says, when you focus on what you don't have or on situations that displease you, your mind also becomes darkened. You take for granted life, salvation, sunshine, flowers, and the countless other gifts from the divine. You look for what is wrong and refuse to enjoy life until that is fixed. How many of us are right now in a time in our mind saying, I wish this was fixed. I don't want to be in this house no more. I don't want to be stuck in quarantine no more. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, because this isn't how life should be. Life should be so streamlined, it's not even funny. When really what it comes down to is that you want this fixed. And you're not focusing on the things that you could be grateful for. And instead you're fixated on, I want this to happen so bad. I want this to be fixed so much that I can't get the blessing out of what is here with me. So what happens? We get force disconnected. I'm sorry, this number has been disconnected. Please try again later. If you feel like you have reached this number in error, please try again. So moving forward, what do we do? I believe, and I've said this from the very beginning, we are being called by the divine to make situations, to give more thought to the things that are happening, to take into consideration that maybe we need to come back, get re-enchanted with the divine. What say you? Will you let this continue to get you down? What say you? Will you continue to want to have it fixed. What say you? Are you willing to disconnect to connect? In light and love, Stíofán Séamus.